So first of all, hi guys. I know you guys are mad at me or probably worried because I haven't uploaded a video in like 3 weeks to a month, and that's not very typical of me since I started YouTube. If you don't know me, my name is Serwah, and this is my YouTube channel. I do creative expression videos, lifestyle, fashion, etc. And I miss you guys so much. I'm so sorry I've been away. I have been up to a lot. I'm probably going to update you guys in different videos after this video. I'm so sorry that it's been a while that you guys have seen me on this channel. I haven't stayed in touch, and that's not very loyal of me. But hear me out. A year ago, I started this channel. Yes, so we are 1 year old. I started it in July, on the 1st of July, and that was last month. But happy birthday to us, and I hope you guys forgive me after this. After this. So since we're a year old, I decided that we do something special on this channel. We pop a bottle. And do I sound weird? Because I literally woke up like an hour ago and just showered and got ready to record this video. Because if not, cheers to us. Cheers to consistency. I haven't been good at that. Cheers to all the good times on this channel. Cheers to the comments. Cheers to the subscribers, subscription, whatever. I love you guys so much. Even though I haven't been very consistent like I'm supposed to, you guys have been very supportive. We have 6K plus followers, and it's been a year. We've been monetized. We've received 2 paychecks so far. I love you guys so much. So chiiii, I want to do a story time, right? Because you guys love story time. So this is my gift to you. I'm going to tell you a story about this time when I ran away from home. Yeah, I ran away from home. Like proper running away, like picking up my bag and leaving the house thinking I'm going to live my life. And I wasn't even 17 or 20. I was now about to go to a senior high school. So I was an active church member. I can't mention the church's name because it's not really like a good thing to say about the church. I mean, the fact that I was consistently hanging out with an usher in the church. Not like I was doing anything with him, but I was growing up. I was an adolescent, so my feelings were all over the place, having mini crushes on different people. And I used to like this usher very much. He was way older.
You need to do something good to honor your family name. Look what you are doing.
I think he was almost done with secondary school when I was about to get in. I used to go visit him and stuff. So my parents didn't really stay home because my mom used to stay home because she had just given birth. My dad had work. And I'm the first child, so I didn't really have anyone to play or talk to or that kind of stuff. So I'd visit like people. My parents were kind of strict while I was growing up about like going to people's houses and stuff. But sometimes I give like this silly excuse. I'm going for choir rehearsals. I'm doing this, like, you know, in collaboration, those kind of things. And I'll go to an usher's, like this usher's house, and we just like talk and hang and watch movies. I mean, thank God, oh, thank God. Please don't be doing that with your child, because right now the world is very dangerous. There was this day where my parents, my dad went to work and my mom went for like checkup with the baby. She wasn't well, the baby wasn't well, and the weather wasn't very good, so they left me at home. And I locked the door, took the key. We had individual keys. I mean, my parents, my dad and my mom. I was young, so I didn't need to have a key. So I had my mom's key and my dad had his key. But I think that day my dad didn't take his key because most of the time after he'd come back from work, we are home. So my dad left to work and they went to the hospital, and I locked the door and went to see this usher. So normally I'm supposed to leave the key. So even if my parents come and I'm not around, my mom can get into the house, right? I went to this person's house. I think his name was Victor or something like that. I don't even remember his surname. I don't even remember last time I saw this person. I think I haven't seen this person in almost 10 years. Because I don't church anymore. I mean, at that particular place. Normal vibes, talk. He plays football, went to watch him play football. You know, like those things I used to see in movie that I thought was cute because I was growing up and I wanted to experience that life. So I went and spent time. It was like I was like 2 hours at his place, and I had this yam phone. That my parents would reach me on if anything. And my dad called after like 2 to 3 hours. My dad called. It was kind of raining or drizzling a bit, so I was waiting for the rain to go down and then go to the house. So my dad called. He's like, where am I and where's the key to the house? I'm like, I left the key there. And my dad was like, the key is not there. My mom is not well with a baby and they've come back from the hospital, and they are in the rain, like they're standing in the rain, not being able to get into the house. I'm like, me mom know that. I won't relax and probably think and be like, oh, I brought the key, or I don't remember where I left it. Me mom, mano I edin na me Jackie no fear me Jackie. I left the key at home. Me mom be wafu. And my dad was like, I should come home right now. I was like, I'm coming home because I left the key. His friend, together with him, accompanied me to the house. Like, we were walking to the house. Normally, when they walk me to the house, they'd walk me to a junction and I continue. So the people around my area don't see me walking with grown-up boys and then probably report me to my parents. Because neighbors gossip a lot. So we were walking, and then it was like, 5 minutes more to get to the house. We're almost at a junction when a car pulled up, and it was my dad. All he said was, get in. I was like, I'll see you guys. And I got into the car, like the back of the car. He didn't say anything. We drove to the house. And my mom was there. It was drizzling. My mom was there with a baby, like a newborn baby. My dad was like, show us where you left the key. Show us where you left the key. And then I was looking for the key. See, when I was looking for the key, my hand hit my pocket. The whole time I realized that I took the key with me. So the key is in my pocket. And I couldn't even tell them the key is in my pocket. So I wanted to do like key Naira or something. Search for the key. Me, I know where the key is for. I'm searching for the key. Show us where the key is. My dad is hitting my head. Show us where the key is. Show us where the key is. And then I had to say that the key was in my pocket. My dad spoke plenty. You have been a naughty girl. You have been disrespectful. Oh, sorry. And then now remember, pay bad boys. Then Charlie, that day, bro, that was like one of the worst days of my life because I felt bad for letting my mom be in the rain with a newborn baby, and then I felt bad for raising my voice. I mean, if I even calm down and say, oh, I'm coming home to come even find the key, but in collaboration. And then my dad got pissed. My dad was very mad at me. My mom didn't say a thing, and we got into the house. So when we got into the house, my mom sent me, I think, to go and get something after my dad had spoken plenty and some yawa had pie and things. So my mom sent me, and I had this notebook that I used to write in. I used to write that my parents don't like me, what, because I was stubborn. I was very, very stubborn. Like, not stubborn like I was a bad girl. Like, you know, growing up as an adolescent, you explore. It's like one of the characteristics of an adolescent girl and boy. You explore, you want to do this, you want to do that, you want to try new things. Hormones are everywhere and that type of shit. Oops. I had one CD. I was wearing a tracksuit pants. I had one CD in my pocket. I took the money that my mom sent me with, and then a notebook, and then I went on the errand. On my way to go and get whatever she sent me to get, I was like, see, why should I come back to the house? Why should I just not run away? I just started walking. I didn't know where I was going. At that time, I was around 5 p.m. So I met a couple of people that knew my parents, that knew me, that lived around that area. And they asked me, oh, I'm like, oh, mommy, remember. And then I kept walking. Bro, I had no idea where I was going, right? Then we were living around Laboni. So I ended up at Labadi. If you're familiar with the place, you know that it's quite a distance. I walked to Labadi, went to sit down small, then I write in my journal that I've started a journey on my own, this and that and that. The next day, we had an event at church. Like, in my mind, I'll just walk and go and find somewhere to sleep. And then go for the events at church. It was like some games or activity thing. So it was very late, and I think it was around June. So the weather wasn't very, very good. It was raining up and down. And I ended up at Polyclinic. If you know Polyclinic, it's just on the Labadi road. So I walked from Laboni to Polyclinic. And when I go there was this place called Dawn's Inn. I think it was a bar, but it was closed because it was raining, so everything was closed. And I sat there. When I sat there, it was raining. Mosquitoes were biting me. And I fell asleep in front, bro. That was one of the worst nights of my life. Bro, like, as a teenager, like in my 15, 16. Because I know before I got into secondary school, I got into secondary school when I was like, 17 or 16. I don't even remember, but I was quite young. So that was before I was waiting for my results. I was very young. I fell asleep in front of this place. Bro, mosquitoes they bit me. Hey, they bit me. Like, I really suffered. I think I got sick or something. They bit me. They were going to beat me. So when it was around, I think somebody woke me up. And bro, never try these things, kids, because you know anything could have happened to me. I was sleeping as a young teenager, like a young teenage girl in front of a bar. I think I was lucky because it was raining. Because then if it wasn't raining, imagine anybody could be walking around and just do anything to me. So somebody woke me up, and it was this young girl, and she was like, why am I sleeping here? Who am I? I was like, oh, me, I had a misunderstanding with my parents, so I've left the house. She's like, I should come in. They live opposite. I don't even remember her name, but I went back to look for her sometime, and I think they don't live there anymore. So I went, and bro, you know the nasty thing about this whole story? During that time, I was on my period. Like, I was menstruating, and I needed to shower and all of that, and I hadn't showered from the previous day. It was such a nasty story. And I went into this girl's house. She was living with, I think, her older sister, and the girl had a kid, like a 1-year-old or something. They lived in this little, I think it was like a container or something, with one big bed that they all slept on. So in my head, I was like, yes, I start the hustle be this. This is my life. This is how my story begins. One day I'll make it and say that, I was living in a small container. And then the 1 CD in my pocket, I had used it to buy like something to drink or eat, I think, on my way. So I only had the money, I think it was 2 or 3 CDs that my mom gave me, and they were preparing breakfast. They went to buy Milo, prepared it in a big cup, and me too, I gave the money out for contribution. I've joined the family, so I have to contribute to the hustle. And then I did that. So unknowingly, one of my church members lived in that neighborhood. God has been very good to me. So I went to him, and then I washed down or whatever, and came back to the girl's place. So in like a couple of hours, the next day the sun was shining and everything. I was like, oh, I'm going for a church event. I'll come back. I'll be right now with your family. We'll figure it out. And I walked to the church. It wasn't very far. I even went with this particular person. So I walked to the church, and games had started and everything. I had a spiritual father at that time. His name was Evans. He saw me. He was like, am I okay and everything? I don't think people knew that I'd run away. So, am I okay? Am I fine? I was like, yeah, I just came for the church event. I'm from the house. And he's like, okay, sure. They're about to move the stuff we had a park around the church, to the park, so that we start the activity. So I'm like, cool. So whilst we were moving the stuff, I stepped outside the church and I saw my dad's car parked outside. And my dad and my mom go out, and my mom was yelling. My dad was like, where have I been? Do I know how they've gone to report to the TV stations and the radio stations that I'm missing? Blah, 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 blah. And bro, I didn't say anything. I couldn't say anything. And then they put me in the car. They said they're taking me for counseling. So they took me to this woman who stays around the church, who attends our church. She's like one of the fellowship leaders or something like that. She also had a daughter who was my friend in church. So when they took me to this woman, see, one thing I hate about elderly people is how they just compare. This woman, you're a counselor. My parents have brought me to you. Their child has been disrespectful. Why a what's this story in the Bible? Oh, prodigal child. So talk to her. You're supposed to talk to me. Even me, I knew you're supposed to talk to me, ask me what's wrong, how do I feel, all those things. I've become a stubborn child. I should look at her daughter. She cooks, she washes, she hands the stuff. Comparing me to her child, saying we are the same age and I could do better because her child does better. And all that stuff. Bashed me, you counselor. No questions whatsoever. Just back to back lash. And then I was like, cool. See, I never liked that woman because I feel like when it comes to stubborn kids, well, I wasn't that stubborn, but when it comes to stubborn kids and how they are treated and interrogated, it's very some way. This woman just, bro, she just made me feel worse. She just made me feel like running away the next day. So my parents took me home. I had a very weird relationship with them for a while because I mean, what are they not giving you? Why are you running away? Why can't you just say something if something is wrong? You are being disobedient. Now you can't away journey. I felt very bad for letting them go through that stress, letting them go around like media houses reporting that their kid is missing. So I don't know if there was this time where you saw my picture or something somewhere that I was missing, but I was missing. I ran away from the house, going to start a life. But yeah, that was what happened. You know, telling this story, I'm actually remembering that I have a lot of stuff that happened like with me when I was a kid, and maybe I might just tell you guys all of it. Thank you so much if you watched till the end of this video. I appreciate you guys every day, forever. I just took a little break from YouTube. Well, not sort of a break. I've just been occupied with other stuff. I'll try to upload more frequently, and I'll not keep you guys in the dark anymore. So don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe if you liked this video. If you're missing me too much, follow me on Instagram at the Serwah. I think I'm more active there, and on Twitter at the Serwah. Love you guys so much. You know the vibes. It's your motherfucking beauty.